What's up, YouTube family? Listen, today I want to talk about vulnerability, okay? It's something that's really been on my heart, especially as I'm getting ready to release my first book soon, and it's an amazing feeling, but it was scary to do. And not just writing about the book, but opening up, right? There's a negative connotation surrounded around vulnerability, and it's because it's scary, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely get it. So I wrote a few things down, so I'm on. If you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So I want to start off by saying vulnerability doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. You're a person, you're a human, you're not a robot, okay? Explore those emotions, embrace those emotions, accept those emotions, right? And then from that point, you'll understand that on the other side awaits growth, resilience, and confidence. So first, let's just talk about why it's deemed to be a scary thing to be vulnerable, right? Fear rejection and being misunderstood, because being fully seen, flaws and all, might push people away. It's that fear of abandonment, like if they see all of me and they leave, you know what I'm saying? Like what do I do then? You know what I'm saying? How do I move forward knowing that I've just bared myself open and they didn't agree, they didn't understand, or they just decided to leave? I think you have to understand that in that, just like you want them to accept you, at the end of the day, you have to accept that everybody won't embrace the real you. And the people that don't, it's okay. Those people don't deserve you. Those people aren't worthy of you. So look at it as a blessing. It's a painful one, right? But it's better than being around someone who literally only wants the fake version of you because it makes them feel comfortable. Another thing is, like, you know, just being criticized for sharing your insecurities, your past mistakes, your trauma, and really dissecting those deep feelings. Because ultimately, what you're afraid of is losing control. Losing control of what, Navy? I'm glad you asked. Losing control of how they will perceive you because you feel emotionally naked. Like, bearing your feelings openly, deeply, transparently, it's almost like talking in front of a crowd of people completely naked, like no clothes on. That's how it feels when you're being vulnerable. So giving somebody that power makes you feel powerless, because you can't control what they do after you open yourself up, after you display that vulnerability, after you say or talk about the things that, you know what I'm saying, deeply have affected you or currently affecting you. So we talked about the scary parts of vulnerability. Let's talk about some positive parts. Let's talk about some things to be excited about as it pertains to vulnerability. Number one, authenticity. Back to a point that I started in the beginning of the video. Being vulnerable doesn't make you weak. It makes you real. I don't want to be in relationship with someone who's being fake, because then what does the relationship mean? What does it boil down to? What is it really standing on? It's not standing on anything real. It's standing on a fake persona, a fake connection. It's built off sand, right? I don't want that. So understand what that means. Being able to be yourself is one of the most freeing things ever. And at the end of the day, we all just want to be loved for who we are, authentically. So just be yourself and understand that, yes, it's scary, but you'll know who's for you and who's not for you. Another thing about vulnerability is you'll gain emotional resilience. It makes you stronger because you're able to face discomfort head on. And we all know what happens when we stay comfortable for too long. We end up being stagnant, right? We're supposed to be growing in life, so don't fear that discomfort for a minute. It's uncharted territory. And back to that control factor. You don't know what's going to happen. See, the other scary part about growth is sometimes it's easier to stay where you're at because it's familiar. So when you're trying to do new things, it's going to be a little discomfort in the beginning. But as you do it, the resilience factor kicks in. The strength happens. And you eventually gain courage because you've developed a self-acceptance. So even if other people don't accept you, because you've accepted you, now you have confidence. And that brings me to my last point. A positive factor of being vulnerable means that you're able to develop stronger relationships because people trust you. And this means this is romantically and platonically. How does it develop trust and intimacy? How does it develop a stronger relationship? I'm glad you asked. Others feel safe to do the same. When people see you opening up and you being courageous to just be you and all of you, it almost frees them to do the same, to follow in your shoes. And that's such a beautiful thing, right? When someone feels safe, emotionally safe to open up to you. That's one of the most beautiful pieces of a foundation in a relationship. Is that safety. We all want to feel safe. So I'm going to wrap this up by again saying that vulnerability doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to open up. The worst thing that can happen is the best thing that can happen. Don't settle for a relationship that's based off a person only wanting or accepting the curated version of you versus the real you. That's not love. That's not respect. It's not a real relationship. It's an illusion. So don't limit yourself. Don't betray yourself, right? Don't reject yourself, because it starts with us. And that's why vulnerability and being vulnerable, opening up to being vulnerable, is a beautiful and powerful and freeing thing. So remember that you are worth it. You matter. Your story matters. Your experiences matter. The way you feel matters. Your emotions matter. Your thoughts matter. And if someone doesn't respect that, it's on them. But remember, the responsibility is on you to open up, though. Because on the other side of that is healing. On the other side of that is growth. On the other side of that is freedom. New views, new heights. I hope wherever you're at, you're having the most amazing day. Until next time, peace.